Hi there. In this video, I'll walk you through how to use the Creator Hub fast and effectively. Welcome to Home, the main dashboard where you can start quickly, pick up where you left off, and discover helpful recommendations. On the left side of the screen, the navigation sidebar keeps everything organized. The prominent plus Create button at the top lets you start a new project in a single click. Below it are quick access sections, Home to return to the dashboard, All projects to view everything you've created, Start for your favorite or pinned projects, and Trash to manage deleted items. At the bottom, the Account/Workspace area provides a drop-down at the center. The home page is designed as a smart starting point that helps you work efficiently while also giving you inspiration. The Feature and Recommend section highlights curated content through a large banner with an image, a short description, and an action button such as Taste Drive for a quick try. You can browse through different featured items using the left/right arrow controls, just like a carousel. On the right, additional cards like Get Started and Community help you access onboarding resources and connect with the community. There's also an Update card, Upgrade Now, that notifies you when a new version is available. To save time, Home includes a Quick Actions area that gathers the most important tasks in one place. From here, you can instantly create a blank project, import a project from an existing source, or browse templates to kick off work using predefined structures and workflows. Finally, the Recent Works section displays your most recently used projects in a clean, card-based layout. Each card shows a preview thumbnail, the project name, the latest date, and a status label, making it easy to jump back into ongoing work in just a few seconds without searching. When the user clicks New Blank Project, the system displays a pop-up to create a new project. Enter your project name pop-up allows the user to enter a project name in a text field. OK button. After entering the name and clicking OK, the system confirms the creation and navigates to the newly created project. Cancel button, or closing the pop-up. If the user clicks Cancel, the system cancels the creation flow, closes the pop-up, and returns to the current home screen. No project is created. The File menu includes Clear Scene, removes all objects from the current scene and resets it to empty. Save, saves the current changes. Export project, exports/packages the project for sharing or deployment. Close project, closes the current project, without exiting the app. Exit, exits the application. In the Edit menu, Undo, reverts the most recent action, returns to the previous state. Play, starts running the scene/project in preview mode so you can test interactions and behavior as the user would experience it. Settings, opens the Settings panel to configure editor/project options, for example, display, controls, or project parameters depending on the system. When the user clicks Settings, the system opens a Settings modal pop-up in the center of the screen. This pop-up lets the user quickly configure several options. For example, UI Auto Scale automatically scales the UI based on the screen size. Graphics Quality selects the rendering quality, for example, High. Default Light adjusts the default light color and intensity. Shadow Type, Strength, chooses the shadow style and shadow strength. Grid Visible toggles the floor/grid visibility. Grid Opacity, grid size, adjusts grid transparency and cell size. Snap to Grid toggles snapping objects to the grid when placing/moving. When the user clicks Close, the system closes the settings pop-up and returns to the normal editor screen. The Game Object menu is used to create and add new objects to the scene. In this screen, it includes Empty, creates an empty object, a container, that you can use as a parent/group. Then attach components or child objects to it. 3D Object opens a sub-menu to create built-in 3D objects, for example, basic primitives, and add them directly into the scene. UI opens a sub-menu to create UI elements, such as canvas, panels, buttons, text, depending on the system, and add them into the scene. Light opens a sub-menu to add different types of lights to the scene. Camera adds a camera to the scene to control the view/render perspective. The window menu is used to manage the editor UI. Layouts, switch/select workspace layouts, panel arrangement, general, open or show/hide tool windows/panels in the editor. In the scene/game view center, the editor displays a 3D workspace with a grid to help you align and position objects. During the workflow, you'll see several objects already placed in the scene, for example, tree/rock models. When you select an object, the system shows a gizmo/manipulation handle, axes or rotation rings, so you can edit it directly in the 3D view, such as moving, rotating, or scaling. On the left, the toolbar provides quick tools for camera navigation and object editing. The video covers two main groups. View tools, navigation/observation. You can use hand/pan to drag and shift the camera view within the scene without changing object positions. Depending on the editor, you may also combine mouse/scroll actions for zoom, in/out, and orbit, rotate around a focal point, to inspect the scene from different angles. Transform tools, object manipulation. Once an object is selected, these tools display a gizmo for direct editing. Move/translate to move along the X/Y/Z axes. Rotate to rotate around axes. And scale to resize along each axis or uniformly. In some cases, especially for UI/2D, there may be a rect/transform tool for box-based positioning and resizing. On the right, the editor includes panels for management and precise adjustments. The inspector, top right, shows detailed information about the selected object, for example, SM_anemone tree_A1, including its layer and transform values, position/rotation/scale. You can fine-tune values by typing exact numbers. The Add Component button lets you attach additional components to extend the object's functionality. Hierarchy, bottom right, lists all objects in the scene, including core elements such as the directional light, camera, and various mesh objects. The selected object is highlighted so you can easily track and switch selection. At the bottom, the Asset Browser is where you browse and choose resources to build the scene. The video demonstrates filtering by type, models/audio/video/image/document/other, navigating categories, searching via the search field, and viewing assets in a grid, for example, seaweed, kelp, coral. From here, you can drag and drop assets into the scene to create new objects. Then use the toolbar and inspector to position and refine them.